The cloud potential is the cloud SS. The SS cloud potential is another part of the speed logic. Basically, it works a little bit like TK potential, TK speed, like the TK speed. We have all of the elements here right down here, but the concept behind the cloud potential is simple. You have just SSB like this and SSA coming and then creating a FAT this way. So then you have the steps of the speed. We have first of all the fusion here. You have first of all the fusion. Then you have the skinny. Then you have the young speed. Then you have the medium speed somewhere around here. And then all of this is the Python, right? And then above here, you have the fat reversal right. So, and you know what you know, that the Python and the fat are the reversal element. Now the medium, the reversal step, now the speed like fusion, skinny, young, medium are more for continuity. Those are more for continuity. And they are also zones breaker. They are also zones breaker, right? Zones breaker, yeah. Because if you have a zone here above like this, and the cloud come here like a skinny cloud, it means that it will break this zone, mostly in 1 hour. So let us go speed by speed element. We have first of all the first course. Let's go in 1 hour. We have here first of all the first course. This is the first course here, right? And the candles, normally, what you need to understand is that as soon as the first course appear at this level, the candle is this candle. The candle will not keep going up further. It will just, first of all, make the price reduce down to the downside a little bit before continue. Let us look at it on another first course. The first course of the cloud. This is the first course, for example. We have the candle just right here. For this case, as soon as we have the first course, we have a first pullback again. So the first course must create a pullback for the cloud. That's how it works. The first course must create a pullback. Must create a pullback first. So then what we have is that the first source can give you best entries. For example, sometimes it can give you good entries after the pullback. This could have been your entry on SSB, inverted SSB, right? This could have been your entry. There is no problem about this one. Let us look at another one. After the pullback, like you have the first course, then you have the pullback. For this case, the pullback didn't happen. So the entry was already there. Let us look at another one. You have at this level the first cross, then you have some pullback just right here. So then when the pullback finish, then you can start having some good entries. I think. Okay, that's what I try to explain. Now you have the fusion, the horizontal fusion. The horizontal fusion, yeah. Okay, I got to one horizontal fusion here. What happened with the horizontal fusion is that the horizontal fusion of the cloud will also work like a rail like this. This is the horizontal fusion. It will also make the price move up and down. Like the candle was literally this candle right here, this candle, this small candle here, right? But the candle started going up and down because the horizontal fusion just means that we have a lot of power to go to the downside. But I'm horizontal, so I need to, as long as I'm horizontal, I need to give you best entries. But I have a lot of power. So the horizontal fusion just ended just at this candle, at this red candle. And then from there, everything went down. But it gave you beta entry, like exactly like Tenkan-2. So you can actually have double horizontal at the same time. CK horizontal and SS horizontal. It will just make the price zigzag in between for a short time, a short period of time, like just 1 hour or 2 hours. Then it will finish. So it's not an eternity. Then what do we got? Uh, a nervous snakes. You got nervous snakes just right here. It just means that you have a fusion nervous snake. It just means that you have a huge potential. It is this candle, this huge big candle. That was an economic news that created this one. Huge potential to continue down. But the direction, the speed is not the direction, by the way. You just need to look at, it's not on the speed that you understand the direction. Some element of the speed, like the rail and the nervous snakes, give the direction to the upside, and the rail give the sideway direction, okay? For a few times, not like, I will not say a range. The price can move up a bit, then down a bit, then up a bit, then till we see an inclination again. But those speed element that I'm just giving you are not those speed element that I'm just giving you are not those speed element are not actually direction giver. Aside apart from rail um, and sex. The direction is basically looking with A plus setup, zones, separation of TK lines, and the top-down analysis that you do with it. Okay, so let's keep going. Give me one minute, please. So the next one is the fresh separation of the cloud. Fresh separation is simply this one. For example, this one. As soon as you see the fresh separation of the cloud, just right here. Each fresh separation includes, this is the candle, an opportunity to have another entry, a best entry, but it will make the price go down a little bit. It's like the first cross. So you have the best entry, but the price will go down a little bit at each fresh separation. Then you have the first separation with snakes. First separation with snakes is a little bit like this one, like this. That's the first separation with snakes. At this level, you had snakes like this one. This is the first separation with snakes. And then, since it is first separation, it needs to reduce a little bit because it is a fresh separation. You need to make a pullback. Then you have a better opportunity after the pullback. So that's what you need to keep in mind. But after that, you have a horizontal skinny. The cloud also do the horizontal skinny. Let us look at it at this level. Okay, we are close to it. Okay, this is it. No, this is not the one. This CK horizontal. Should we go on Bitcoin? Do we have enough skinny on Bitcoin or not? Here's one example on Bitcoin. This is not perfectly horizontal, but you know, it is like almost parallel between SSA and SSB. And it is not large. The space between them are not large. The space is not large, sorry. So you got something here. The candle is here when we was at this level. And then it will give you some opportunity to enter at SSA inverted here. But what I'm trying to mean is that horizontal skinny and skinny stairs of the cloud are just giving you many opportunity, but that skinny has a lot of rail like this, a lot of rail, because it moves like a stair like this, right? So the fact that you have a lot of rail means that the price is not ready to break those highs, but it is ready to give you better entry for the buys, like this one, like this one too. So you just need to be aware of that. You just need to be aware of that. Okay. You will not break those high and go further. But it is before you have a huge move, you will have those skinny rail that will make you go up. You have this one, you got this one. All of this until here. All of this is a skinny cloud that is even going to higher. So you have also a skinny navel snakes. For example, which one? Okay, we are exactly this part of the cloud. Exactly here. You have a nervous next area, right? But the separation is very parallel and inclined to the upside. So when all of this started, was almost at this candle. It is this fat bit candle that created it. And then it made a huge move like this. But after that, you have another horizontal, and then you can have some good entry. So when you see an horizontal snake that is skinny like this, just know that you have best entries. Even, yeah, best entries. Skinny horizontal snakes, you have best entries there for the cloud. You have best entries. You always have best entry there. Best entries, you see all of these entry, Tenkan, Kijun, Tenkan, even this SSB entry, as soon as we go to the right, SSA, till now the Bitcoin moved to the upside. So it's a common pattern in 15 minutes mostly. Because those are the entry time frame. You see all of this fusion, fresh, skinny, mostly on 15 minutes, 5 minutes, because those are the entry time frame. Those patterns that I'm just showing you are, can up can appear also in higher time frame, but rarely, mostly in 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, in 1 minute. That's the whole idea about this. So now you have the young horizontal, the young rail, young horizontal, young rail. Also, which can be confused like a skinny rail. But let's try to find one that speak to us a little bit better. This one is a skinny. So let us take this one, or which one even. When those horizontal appears, they don't appear for for a long time. For example, here it is a fresh cross, fresh separation. But from here, it is a young going up, right? This is a more young than a skinny till almost right here. Those, no, not that far, but anyway, yeah, almost just right here is the young cloud. And the candle were from the beginning at this level, isn't it? And then we were at this point and we were just right there. Okay. And then the price started moving to the upside. Young, and then you have the young horizontal. The horizontal part here appear just at this level of this young. When SSA is horizontal here, and the other one, SSB, is horizontal too. Let me take it. And the candle, and it is this red candle. So you can have some opportunity to enter, but that will be your less. I like to say that this is your last chance to enter, because after that you don't have so much room for take profit. If you have to exit at this, okay, take a course or course down. Okay, next. The next thing is The next thing is the Young rail, Young space incline. You see, it is when there is a space, Young snake with space, Young snakes. Okay, but let me talk about this Young space. Yeah. For example, here, I have here a young cloud. It is very inclined. All of this is very inclined. Normally, it should have been entered already from the beginning of the young, just right here. It should be in position since above. This is 15 minutes. So 5 minutes should have make you enter just right here. And you should have been in a cell. That's just a holding position from here, from this cloud, from this young cloud. Now there are some cloud that are young, but there are clouds that are young, but very, 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 very tight, like this one. These young snakes going down this cloud. It is very snake, snake incline. I wanted to say sneaky, very snake incline, like crazy. And the candle was just this fat candle down. It's a young snakes going down. Has a lot of momentum, but that's not. It's not on this big candle that you enter. It is on above. You cannot enter this at this big candle. There is no point in entering here just because it just broke down here. You need to be entered at the end of the fufu here. It means that your direction must have been set from far, far. Maximum, your last entry will be this red candle. Far, you should be knowing that your entry is already here since days, since structural direction and direction analysis. Now we have the medium. Again, I forgot to translate this one. Medium horizontal, medium nail snake, medium running vertically, medium rain. It's like I have some French here. Okay, so now we have the medium. The medium is the medium size of the cloud. Can be horizontal. The type of medium that I'm talking about that is horizontal is sometimes this one. Let me find the one that I'm talking about so that you get the idea. Okay, that's it. I have even 2, 3 here. That's it. No, let us start with which one? Can I find another one, a better one? Okay, let us look at this one. Okay, this is the medium cloud. Right? And that medium horizontal is something that happened just after the course of the cloud. Happened a lot. The size is like I call it medium horizontal just because it is the first course. It happened just after the first course like this. You thought it was on a curve just right here, then it created a medium. So, but it will continue to the upside. So that medium that medium size cloud give you opportunities to enter, like since the medium size cloud, this is the candle here, right? But it would have some rail. You can have medium rail like this one, like at this level. I have some candles like this red candle that give you a best point of entry. You can enter here as soon as you see some rail in the future, like at this point. You see a rail like this, you say, okay, and my candle is this candle. So I can enter here, place my stop loss below here, or keep looking at if when SSA will go up like this one at this point in time, the candle will be this last doji candle inside, and this is where you should buy, because the first inclination of the medium whale, the first inclination to upside give you the entry signal that you can actually buy. You can just place your stop loss just here below because SSA went up, and then you buy with confidence. That's what you can do with good, very great skills. So, and sometimes you have medium nervous snakes running up, or medium just running up. So, for example, when we had this huge fat python, it reduced, and but it kept running to the upside with a medium size, right? That is exactly what's happened here. And you have some snakes of the cloud here, and the candle, and at this level, the candle were this specific one, this green one. Okay, so that made this green candle, that made everything go to the upside. Okay, that is a little bit it for the medium rail and all. And then after that, you have the Python, the young Python. You have the young Python. Let me find an example. Okay, let us take this example specifically. At this point in time, when you have this course here, you have the first course, then you have the first separation. Then you start having some type of skinny, but then it become a young, but till this point in time. At this point, when the when the candle is at this level, and you see why is SSA keep going down, but SSB stop moving down. This is more of skinny, young, but the medium start here. But after the medium, you start wondering. They are keep going down, but SSB doesn't follow down. So you have now the young Python from this line. And at the young Python, just right here, the candle are just on the back here. The candle is here. And then the young Python start to make the candle slow down. You have some Python here, slow down. Right. This young Python. And then the Python need to reduce and become bigger again. So when it becomes bigger, just right above, around this level. The candle are not going further down, because you need to understand that the Python is not a speed of continuity, of high continuity. It's just a speed of slowing down the movement, even if I'm keep going down, but I keep going down, but at a slow pace. So it reduces a little bit, it reduces a little bit. It's only from this candle that we have another move to the downside, right? But the size of the cloud were bigger and bigger, bigger and bigger, right? Bigger and bigger. So that's why at this point we have an adult Python just around here. This one is an adult Python. This one will be a young one. And then the adult Python keep moving down. So you also have a Python that is inclined, running down like a snake, vertically down. That is Python navel snakes. Yeah, that's Python navel snakes, and this happened exactly at this level. But all of this must find your origin trade. Even if you re-enter here, this Python must find you. Python snake must find your origin trade in the trade. Yes, you have another opportunity here. It's just because it's a Python that has a force to keep going down. The only thing that gives this a force to keep going down, it is 1 hour, 1 hour reason, one time frame above, you have a reason to keep going down. If you look at 1 hour, what do you realize? You realize that ticket cost is just fresh, and it is a good reason to keep going down. Ticket cost is still fresh. Even if you see Python in 15 minutes, it's just a holding reason, holding the position, stay in position, don't exit the trade. You have nothing to fear. You have no reversal. 1 hour is confirming you the continuity of it. So you get the idea around these Python snakes and all. All right. Now we have Python rail, Python in reduction. Okay. The Python rail is literally like this one, from year to year, like from this candle, this one, and then the candle went down here with the rail, but the rail didn't reduce here. So let us look at Python in reduction and Python in erosion that is about to continue. That's the speed. Okay, let us look at this Python in reduction. When the Python were big here, the candle were at this level, just at this level, right? At the bottom here. The reduction, when the cloud is reducing, the candle are going a little bit up, but staying almost at the same point. But as soon as the reduction is finished, the reduction finishes here, and the candles, and this is the candle that make it go to the upside. But when it was first, it was inside this range at the bottom. That's a very great way to look at it. Like, if you look at it, like, let us say in 4 hours, you can actually know that you have some zigzag at a certain point. If you have this type of pattern in 4 hours, and the registration must start. For example, here, let us say that this was a Python, even though it was also a medium rail something. When we were at this level, the candle were this candle, right? So let us start where, okay, at this point. So at this part of the cloud, the candle was this one. So it created a pullback down, then go up. So this pullback down, you could have went on 15 minutes, have a place where you can sell, where you can sell, or let us say if you have been a good option to sell there and have some people to swallow. Will it be possible to, no, we cannot go there. The candles are finished there. Okay, no, but you get the idea. So then we have Fat Kobe of the cloud. The Fat Kobe of the cloud basically is that the Fat Kobe of the cloud basically is that let's take for example this one. Is where you need to start looking for cells. For example, the cloud is already too big there. You need to start looking for cells since this point, because this cloud is big by 100 pips in 1 hour on the USDGPY. Oh, that is a lot. This one is crazy big, insane. So you need to start selling. Like that's what last opportunity. Fat Denk, Fat Kobe, you need to sell. And then the Eke for the cloud happened a lot on the Fufu. For example, you can look at this Eke here, just right here. This Eke, right, is started at this candle. Just this candle, and it will create a buy, right? And the buy, this Eke was the Eke when it appears on the, it's a good reversal sign, it's a good reversal setup, like it's a good reversal speed. But don't mind this Eke can cover it because it doesn't work for SSA and SSB. So you also have the fresh rail. If you look, for example, here, right, you have some rails, mini rails here. You have, for example, this rail. Every rail will always create some zigzag candles till the rail finish, but it will give you best opportunity to enter as soon as it is confirmed that the trend will continue to the upside. Then you have some medium rail. That other one was too far. Medium rail can be like this one. Of like this one. From here, up, down. That's what the rail created. Okay, that's a medium rail. That's the reversal. I didn't say like this one. is a rail that will make the trend continue. But there are some rail that make the trend reverse. So let me look at rail that make the trend reverse. Let me change the pen. Those rail appear a lot on Bitcoin type of. Let us go in 15 minutes. So first of all, that is a rail that make the trend reverse, right? At this point, you have a double rail, and the candle were just at this level, this red candle, and the cloud was originally red like this. You should be thinking only of reversal. So it's at the same time, those setup like rail, those part like medium rail, a in reduction, fat dunk, fat starting to reduce, all of them are take profit and reversal entry too. All of them are take profit and reversal entry too. You need to look at it that way. Because at this level, you had at the same time a take profit at that rail, but at the same time, an A plus setup 1 hour, that is the empty space, right? The empty space, the candle was at the empty space. If you even go and look at 4 hour, you will realize that you have also an empty space. And then in daily, you have a SSA setup. So it's a reversal and an entry. It's a take profit and a reversal entry at the same time. Those red setup here that I'm putting in red here, the fresh rail and also. But there are some fresh rail like Python rail that will just make the trend pause, right? But other one will make the trend reverse. That's why you start with the zones and the A plus setup to understand if it is a time to reverse there or a time to continue. You will know. You know that you know. So then you have fat starting to reduce. For example, if you go on Bitcoin of on gold 1 hour, you had a big fat year on this downtrend, right? You had a big fat, but it start to reduce just at this level. And then you can just look at the candle that created that reduction. It is this red candle. So you can start looking at the reversal entry in 15 minutes from here. And then you have also the fat reduction Kamehameha, which is simply when it start to reduce like this. The Kamehameha is what everybody like who watched the manga, the mangas, the animes knows Dragon Balls, like Vegeta in Dragon Balls shooting Kamehameha, right? So you have SSB starting to go up from this point, and this candle were the candle was this green candle, but it created at the same time which type of thing, this type of thing, right? Like SSB inclined to the upside, but SSB inclined to the downside, SSA inclined to the down to the upside. Like SSB inclined down, SSA inclined up. That is like you having your hand placed like shooting a power like in Dragon Ball Z, like Vegeta. So now when fat is already reduced, sometimes it can continue, right? Let's look at one example. For longer trends, When the fat is already reduced, it can continue. For example, here, that's at the same time the Python. But when you reduce here, then it continue. This reduction started at this, inside these candles, right? It was this candle. All of these reduction were this candle, and then till just this red candle here. All of this, all of this reduction of the fat. This reduction of the fat give you the best moment to sell again. Then the correction is finished in the on the fufu. If you go on USD JPY, when you go on USD JPY and you check the fufu in 1 hour, you will realize one thing. The correction is finished on the fufu when the SSA start to be inclined to the upside, and at the same time, it is this candle. It is the same. It coincide, like it is matching with SSA, with ticket cost correction starting also to play in, right? Then what we got is when fufu finishes at this level. Why is it a reversal sign? Because it's a reversal of the correction. If this one was a correction going down, it will this correction is finished. Cloud fufu make this small downtrend reverse to the uptrend, right? That's why I call it finish. That's why it's a reversal. So the candle where this candle when the fufu finish really here, the candle were at this point. Okay, so it's also a reversal sign. So then you have the scissors also. You already know this. I've already explained to you that the scissor is a reversal point. It happens naturally. It happens so naturally all of the time because scissor just mean that the cloud can go to the upside, the SSA can go to the upside, and SSB go down. And when that happened, when it started here, the candle were this candle, right? This is the candle that created it. And from here, the price just reversed totally. So a scissor make the price reverse to the upside. Then you have the curve. The curve is already evident. You need to break this plateau to have a valid curve. After that, you have a tick. Let us look at the cloud only. When SSA is inclined to the downside and SSB is plateau, it is the price will go toward the SSB side, right? And when SSA is inclined to the is plateau and SSB is inclined, the price will also reverse. So all of them are reversal scenario compared to the deep trend. So with that said, let us do the live exercises. Uh, let's do the live exercises. Live one. What type of speed of the trend do we have now? Let's do it on weekly. No, let's do it on where we were. Now, what do you have? you have a SSA inclined to the upside and SSB plateau, right? What does that remind you? This one, right? When that happened, the candle must go toward SSB, right? That is why you see candle displaying what? From here, where was the candle? This was a red candle. Displaying a red candle trying to go down first. And then you also have this impulse up just here. So at this green candle, after this green candle, you had a red candle too, because you also had a SSA incline up here, but SSB plateau. So you'll see candles trying to go toward SSB. So let us look at another one. At this point in time, what do you see? For the Dow Jones, you literally see a Kamehameha, right? SSA going up, SSB going down. That shows a reversal cloud. That is what you see the trend going up now, going to the upside now in 1 hour. That was this one. This Kamehameha is a reversal. So confirming you the best entry to enter here. So next one is what? Okay. Now what do we got here? We got this. This one. SSA is inclined down, right? SSB is plateau. It means that the candle must go toward SSB, right? Inclined plateau, that's this one. So candle must go toward SSB. That's why you see that at this point, this candle will pause, will not go further down, because this is first of all an SSB inverted setup. Then on Bitcoin, you have a starting of reduction of a Python, right? Plateau, but Python starting of reduction. So anyway, that's it. Your exercise is to do all of this setup and send in the group. Duplicate the Google Sheet, do all of this SS volume, this SS volume speed, the speed of the cloud, name it, put the screenshot, do all of them, send in the group, and look at what other students are saying, and then let's have a conversation around all of this, and then let's have a conversation around all of this in a positive way, no critics, no judgment, just positive vibe, and we stay together.